Ryan, give us an example. That one was a fantastic use case. Give us another example of where Snowflake is, unlocking these capabilities in a secure cloud environment.
Yeah, right on. Thanks, Luke. And I appreciate the tee up there, Brian Merrick. This is fortuitous. I think in a couple of areas, and I think what I'd like to highlight is also, I think, an end goal for all of us is not only our federal partners, but then how do our federal partners securely share information with the citizenry, right? So that they can be well informed. Yeah, as well informed as possible. So I'm seeing some very interesting use cases from a federal perspective in the healthcare and law enforcement areas. And much like Matt alluded to, can't get into some of the specifics, but the specifics I can get into started back, last year with the state of California and COVID-19, right? Went about rapidly deploying Snowflake and visualization tools on top of that for all 58 counties in the state of California. I'm not a native Californian, so I didn't know how many counties there were, but in case you're wondering, that's how many there are.
Okay.
And so what's interesting is now they were able to store a multitude of data sources on a single platform, including things like, the current number of COVID-19 cases across the state, number of suspected cases, how many are receiving treatment in a hospital ICU, number of hospital beds and ventilators in use, as well as demographics of COVID-19 patients. And they're able to do that securely. And I think that's an interesting nuance here when we talk about security. And folks like my Okta colleagues and Palo Alto Networks colleagues can attest to, is that, there's inherent security risk in sharing data when you're moving things around, moving flat files around, yet alone, getting into things like single source of data and single source of truth. But moving files is inherently risky. The maintenance of API security also, but being able to store a single secure copy of data and have folks share that without moving the data is something uniquely something unique that Snowflake brings to bear that I think is helping break down also some of those silos when we talk about data sharing, especially as it pertains to our federal customers.